This would be a perfect opportunity to share with you guys some of the most deranged, broken people that I've eviscerated on X, basically just by existing and speaking the truth. The reason why I'm showing you this stuff isn't to gloat or to say, look at me, I'm so much better than, the most mentally incapable elements of our population. I'm showing this to you to say, this is what the left can do and what the left demands of people when you fully embrace the Marxist resentment for reality that the left commands. Both progress and better outcomes are measured by objective truth, and objective truth they don't believe in. So therefore, by not believing in objective truth, they don't believe in free speech, because the most impressive humans in the world are now reaching and convincing people en masse using objective reality, which is something the left cannot do. And so instead of even trying to compete, they declare war on objective reality. This is something that I documented weeks ago when I encountered an Own Leftist account. It's a real account. They have 100 followers. And they were so cognitively ravaged by this resentment for objective reality that I described that they were inverting truth and saying things like they were more competent than Elon Musk, they could fight better than Andrew Tate. And I've eviscerated many people on X before. I can tell the difference between someone trolling and someone who's serious. This person was serious, which is the reason why I played with them for so long. So here are just a couple quick screenshots of stuff I got them to say. Calling Andrew Tate, who is a 4-time world champion kickboxer, a mediocre kickboxer. This is a nobody. I established through a lot of effort, dozens and dozens of tweet exchanges with this person, which you don't need to go and read unless you really want to, that they're struggling to afford a car. They're employed in a menial job, and they fervently believe in Marxism and communism. Here we have one of the tweets about Elon, where he says, I doubt Elon Musk could actually perform any job I've held in my life. Right. The world's most impressive man who recently just, landed rockets, who did this, right? I doubt Elon Musk could actually perform any jobs I've held in my life, so yes, definitionally, I have competencies beyond Elon Musk. Then saying most average people with a year of MMA training could beat Andrew Tate in a fight. All of this, we're going to be having fun with, guys, but I'm showing this to you so that you can understand that the left commands warfare with reality to its constituents. This is an incredibly important concept, and I'm very happy I could bring this video to you guys. After it became clear to the person that I was screenshotting their tweets to use for a video, they really just unleashed and had a sort of a mental fit. You can see some of that here. And here's a very important tweet because he says, having money. So in the destroyed leftist psyche, they want to conflate money with competence so that they can say, because there are people with money who are incompetent, Elon Musk is incompetent, therefore I can deny reality. And this is in alignment with the power disparities that Marxism insists dictate everything. There's no such thing as competence as far as Marxism is concerned. I also got this person to say that objective reality doesn't exist. And this is one of the best tweets saying that objectivism is counter to truth when objectivism means truth, because the definition of truth is that it is objective. So this is one of the best tweets that I was able to pull out of him, saying objective truth is a far right-wing philosophy. This broken person was obsessed with trying to tear down the most impressive men in the world. And the reason for that is because as symbols, as embodiments of objective reality, they are enraging to the left. This is the same reason why leftists can't stand people like Donald Trump or people like Elon Musk, because they embody the left's wrongness, the left's objections with reality itself. They prove that you are near universally respected as a result of your place in meritocratic hierarchies, which the left doesn't believe in, and so that's enraging to them. And it's also like a mirror, because just as Elon Musk is tremendously impressive, to a person that doesn't believe in meritocracy or reality, they're an insult, a permanent thorn in their side. Every time they see the face of Elon Musk, they're reminded that they are not only inadequate, but have chosen to view the world insufficiently. Here you get more proof of that, saying Elon Musk doesn't do any actual engineering, when of course he's done more engineering than any other person in the history of humanity. So you see the inversion of reality, saying the most random people are superior to Elon Musk. You see the warfare that I've described there, the warfare with reality, saying Elon Musk is not a SpaceX engineer when he is in fact the lead SpaceX engineer. Truth is a far right-wing philosophy. Now yes, it's easy to bully some people like this. Here you see the golden tweet, the one that proves me right perfectly, where the broken leftist says, objectivism isn't reality. It's a nonsense philosophy made up by shit author welfare queen. Who knows what that means, but the point is that they can't accept objective reality. They think objective reality doesn't exist. And then, of course, ultimately proving me right, there's the tweet saying, meritocracy isn't real and hierarchies are fake, which of course is equivalently false as saying Earth is flat, given that psychology, anthropology, biology, neuroscience, and even a peripheral investigation into any of those things will demonstrate, of course, that these two statements are equivalently false with saying the Earth is flat. Now, this is an anon account, so we don't know, the actual sad, depraved person. We could probably find out with a bit of effort, given the amount of information they revealed about themselves. But their actual identity doesn't matter, because this identity is actually the identity of all leftists who fully buy into the presuppositions of their hierarchy. It just took me a couple of years to find somebody who would say these things, even through an anon account, overtly. The man who did this, of course, according to the leftist psyche, is less competent than your average random person. So we're going to get the preeminent psychological expert of this century to give us a quick analysis of Elon Musk.
Elon himself, first and foremost, the world's premier engineer and inventor, is a man clearly and demonstrably capable of doing 6 impossible things at the same time.
Remember that reality, though, is enraging to the leftist. So as we're able to watch this using logic, reason, and rationality, they see nothing but oppression. It's very interesting.
Speaks primarily of his intelligence. Musk is exceptionally 1 in a billion high in general cognitive ability and openness, a true genius, albeit in the...
So Peterson there is speaking to a psychological distribution used to measure personality when he says the word openness. That is actually a technical term.
A technical manner. That is an observation, not a criticism. With regard to personality, he's not particularly extroverted, tilting, I would say, in the opposite direction, although not exceptionally so.
Right.
He is moderate in neuroticism, carrying...
Again, these are all technical terms used to measure personality itself. And I want to contrast here the difference between the weak, inadequate, pathetic worldview and narrative that the left commands their constituents to tell themselves all the time, and the ability that we have to delve into the depths of reality. Remember when I said even a cursory glance at the field of psychology would reveal those statements to be self-evidently false, but they're not allowed to take a cursory glance into any field of inquiry because, again, they demonize objectivism, as I got this freak to admit, calling objective truth a far right-wing philosophy. This actually locks them outside the domain of not just objective truth, which is a huge domain, but of masculine competence itself, therefore ensuring that they remain incompetent in contrast to men that are ultra competent, desired by women, respected by men, occupying high places in hierarchies of competence in relationship to other men, that of course are earned through meritocracy. The left demonizes meritocracy as well because they can't stand any manifestation of objective reality. This is why this video is so special. I got a leftist to admit out loud things that are more absurd than saying the earth is flat in terms of their falseness, or at least you could say equivalently false. But in a sense, what we're doing here is much more than just proving them wrong in a scientific way. It's proving that the way the left conducts themselves is antithetical, deliberately designed to be antithetical to reality itself. This is how we see the left wars with reality.
Burden of depression-like pain with him, not least because of a truly rough childhood, which he alludes to, but does not make a show of. There is some withdrawal there, run roughshod over by his brilliance and openness, and also some volatility, evidenced in his behavior on X online, somewhat reminiscent of Trump himself.
Right, all of this makes him exceptional. If you guys are interested, you can go watch the full analysis. It's very interesting. This anon account who is struggling to afford a car is not here, but Elon Musk, who owns the biggest car company worth more than the entire car market combined, is here. You see, they don't just lie, they invert reality. I don't know why he admitted this, but he did admit that he was struggling to afford a car, this anon leftist. And yet he's saying that he's more competent than Elon Musk, who literally owns a car company that is worth more than every car manufacturer combined. So again, you see that their warfare is with reality itself. I think next, guys, since I've made my point, we're going to have a little bit of fun, and I'm going to ask you, the viewer, if you think you could beat Andrew Tate in a fight given 1 year of training once you see this footage right here. Keeping in mind, Andrew Tate is a 4-time kickboxing world champion. He's 6'3", by the way, so just some reference there. You see the muscles on this guy, but he's fast, too. And here he's just sparring with somebody who's a lot worse than him. Could you imagine this guy coming at you? Bro, look at that. Like, it's pretty clear the reason why age 3 is terrified of this man. He's with a left hook to the shoulder. He pushed another full-grown man back about 1.5 feet. Andrew Tate mediocre. And then spamming 65 IQ Marxist propaganda in the comments. Now, I will say, guys, the point isn't merely to just bully these people, because reality bullies them on a day-to-day basis as they're commanded to say the opposite of the truth and therefore humiliate themselves in the eyes of everyone around them, as well as objective reality itself. I mean, imagine telling yourself that gravity doesn't exist, but having to be reminded with every step that it's holding you to the earth at the same time. That's what these leftists go through as they attend their menial minimum wage job, believing and telling themselves that they're superior to Elon Musk, or that they could beat Andrew Tate in a fight. As we break the psychopathic hold the left has on the minds of people, commanding them to have resentment for reality, we do them a great service because we liberate them from the slavery that is leftist mental inadequacy and the chains of anti-truth sentiment. And at this point, every leftist is possessed with the chains of anti-truth resentment. Every time you see The View, a bunch of disgraced old women without kids saying that Elon Musk is stupid or not impressive, you know that the left is hurting people. Those aren't happy individuals as they're forced to say the opposite of reality. They're miserable inside. And with every lie they tell themselves, they become more unhappy and anxious.